Hey there, Nicole Collins here, and what I want to talk to you about today is something very important, and it was a very valuable lesson that I learned that, to be honest, I wish I would have learned it sooner. There's a lot of things I wish I would have learned sooner, but that's the learning process. This is a business with a learning curve, just like anything else in life. It has a learning curve, and those that are willing to stick it out and improve as they go and see incremental improvements every day, every week, those all stack up, those all add up, and eventually you will figure this out. I promise you, if you stick with it, okay? And here's one of the important lessons that I learned that really helped, that really had a big impact. Some of the things you learn have an incremental improvement on your business. Let's say you can get a handful of more opt-ins per day with this idea or this change that you made. But other times, other ideas that are simple and easy to implement can have like a 10x impact on your business. Even if they just double your business, wouldn't that be great? But you can get 2x, 10x, 100x in some cases with an idea that you're like, oh my god, I wish I would have thought of this sooner. Could have saved me a bunch of time and a bunch of money. And now you know it, and you can double your business or quadruple your business overnight from this one simple tweak. And this idea right here that I'm going to talk to you about that I implemented did that for me. So one of the things you hear about all the time, if you've been around for any time at all, is you hear about tracking your results. Any action you take online, you want to track everything. I didn't used to do this. I was like, okay, that's great, and probably the big gurus need to do that because they're spending tons of money and they can do something with all the data they're gathering. But I don't want to pay for software to get this tracking in place. I don't really know how to set it up, know how to use it. And then I have to track everything. Maybe I learned early on. Luckily, I didn't have that attitude too long. I quickly figured out that tracking is a must. Okay, so if you take away nothing else from this lesson, tracking is a must. You have to measure and track your results. It is the only way you'll know how to pinpoint the successful campaigns that you're doing, and double or triple them or improve them dramatically. But if you don't know where to focus your efforts, then you don't know, and you end up spending tons of time and money on stuff that's not working, but you won't know that it's not working because you weren't tracking it. Okay, so that in itself is a valuable lesson. But here's a even more granular tip, I guess you could call it, that goes along with that really, when it hit home for me, man, it was like a light bulb. So let's think about this scenario. Very realistic scenario. Say you're getting 30 subscribers per day right now, and you're paying about $1 per subscriber. So you're spending $30 a day, getting 30 subscribers. That's pretty good. And let's say that your front-end offer, the offer right after opt-in, OTO or whatever you want to call it. I typically call it front-end offer, and your back-end is what happens in your emails and your follow-ups. People have different ways of talking about it, but that's how I think about it. Until someone changes my mind and gives me a great idea to think about it differently. Anyways, I'm digressing. So 30 opt-ins a day for $30, okay? And let's say you're making $15 on that front-end offer right away, and then you have to make up the rest with your emails. Okay, so you're losing money on the front end, and that can get pretty expensive pretty quickly if you don't have a lot of cash to keep throwing at this thing, to wait for your cost to come back down the line in the email follow-up. 15 days later, 30 days later, maybe 60 or 90 days later is when you recoup your costs. Well, you're going to be running at a loss for a while before you can recoup all your money. And that can get pretty discouraging pretty fast for someone who's just starting out. But think about this. What if you could, for the same amount of money, and get the same amount of opt-ins, but you double your sales. Sorry, no, that's not what I meant. Same amount of money gets you more sales. Same amount of money gets you more sales. How do you think you could do that? How do you think you could do that? I mean, it sounds like crazy talk and, you know, pie in the sky thinking, but it's really not. It comes down to your conversion rates. Your conversion rates on your squeeze pages. And, you know, maybe you're looking at your squeeze page and you're like, oh, it's pretty good. You know, I don't really think that I could improve anything upon this. Like, it conveys my point. And, you know, what could I do to improve this? The answer is a lot. You need to test every aspect of your squeeze page. And that doesn't have to be hard to do. You know, I typically teach simple squeeze pages. A headline, an opt-in box, and that's it. It's a strong headline that you just want to get the email. You don't want to waste people's time with too much stuff. So you can test different headlines, different colors to different headlines, different backgrounds, different opt-in box, a border around your opt-in box, no border, yellow opt-in box, and the rest of the squeeze page is white so it really stands off the page. I mean, think about it. Simple tweaks like this can dramatically change and improve your opt-in rates. And this has definitely happened for me. This is definitely something I've seen firsthand. I've done it with my own squeeze pages. So for $30, if you can double your opt-in rate, whatever that is, you know, you were getting $30, you're getting 30 subscribers a day for $30. And now all of a sudden, you're getting $15 back. Now all of a sudden you're spending $30 and getting, let's say, 60 subscribers. It's possible. Don't think it's not possible. It totally is, and I know it because I've done it. $30 a day for 60 subscribers, and your conversion on your sale hasn't changed, so you're doubling that $15, and now all of a sudden you make your full $30 back right away, right on the front-end offer, the OTO offer after opt-in. Think about that. You could buy traffic. You could be buying traffic all day long and making all your money back. And remember this: you're building your list. You're making your money back. So, and let's say that's a recurring offer. You're still gonna make more money. But even if it's not, let's say it's not a recurring offer. Okay, you're gonna get your money back right away. So you're building your list for free, basically. And then everything you send them, any sales you make on your emails and any back-end stuff that you're doing is pure profit, okay? Don't think this is pie-in-the-sky stuff. It's not. I have personally witnessed it. I will say, I've heard this before. I had heard this before when I hadn't done it yet myself. I was like, man, how the heck am I going to double my conversion rates? It seems to me my funnel's fine. It's not. You know, go and take a look at it. There's always something you could improve. There's always something you could tweak to improve your conversion rates. Okay? Look at people's stuff. You know, what are things that you didn't think of that they're doing that maybe you could try out? So, highly recommend that. Highly recommend that. You know, you should definitely do it. You know, just do it. Okay, this stuff works. This is the stuff that separates the successful people from the unsuccessful people, is testing and tracking and tweaking until you make your average campaigns awesome. So this is my tip for today. I think it's a really good one. It's a valuable lesson that I learned that, you know, it's one of those that you wish you would have learned sooner. Tons of those. I have those, but lately I'm having those more and more, but that's the name of the game. You know, always improving, always learning, always tweaking your business, trying to take it to the next level. This is Nicole Collins. Get more great tips like this at my site, my blog, internetpoweredincome.com. Again, that's internetpoweredincome.com. Hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you soon.